Welcome back to part two. I'm using some of other people's pictures here. I hope they don't mind. If they do, they can let me know and I'll take it off if they notice it's theirs. I don't want to be on the video myself, but I want to share what I can. And welcome back to the Truth Channel. Okay, this is where we're going to find out the truth and not go by the history books of lies written by men who make choices of what they want their people to know. We left off where we were talking about Martin Luther King and JFK actually coincidentally had both died shortly one after another. Also coincidentally they had become friends and both of them had started working together to make a greater progress. Both wanting to work with our forefathers' Constitution and go back to revise our country to be what it was meant to be, and that was to treat all men equal. The working man had control and able to choose his leaders. That no longer applies anymore today. In fact, our Constitution is outdated. This was the lead up to the equal rights that are existing today at 2012, the year 2012, and I believe it's June. It was almost July already. Okay. Now, equal rights were put forth because the black man, the black woman, the Asian woman, the gay man, all were discriminated against as far as when they apply for jobs, voting, going to school, segregated later. So we had a lot that we were going through back then. But who we forgot about was the poor white people, which were also considered the same as the blacks. Okay, they were treated exactly the same way. It's just they didn't rise up and do anything about it. Okay, they were considered white. Just because they look white doesn't mean that they were given the fair rights. Morals and values of today have fallen and they're lost and gone. The purpose of this country was for every man to have a chance to reach his dreams. If he is a hard worker, he will go somewhere. If he is a hard worker, he will be known. We are not here to say because you are gay, you are black, you are Asian, we're going to give you that job because we think that's the fair thing to do, because that's not fair. That is not what the Constitution is meant for. None of that is right. Now, it just seems to me that we need to take better note of what's truly going on and who is running everything, because it's not us. We the people are no longer in power of our own decisions or our leaders. The Electoral College no longer, there's no sense. They say if you don't vote for your president, then you're just messing up your freedom of voting. And honestly, you are not, because you can go vote all day long, and if your representatives of any type decide they do not want to take your vote into account, the majority vote, he doesn't have to, and they've done it. The voting system is no longer working. Stands for equal rights is outdated. It is no longer working. Times have changed. Equal rights should apply to fairness. And it no longer is fair. A black woman is the highest on the minority list. And if she applies for a job, she will get it. A white male is the lowest on the list. It doesn't matter if he can say, my grandmother told me that we had black or Indian or whatever in our family. It does not matter. He will be the last to get a job, and especially a government job. which reads back to education, which rich men manipulate to make sure the white man does get in a higher authority. Well, everybody's starting to get educated, and that's going to go wrong too. Laws need to change. Minority laws need to be dropped completely. There should be laws. If you're caught, there are laws enough to where if you're discriminating, you can get in trouble or fired. That should be more than enough. Minority laws should no longer exist because a lazy black woman who has not educated or even able to do a job can stay there over a black man who has been educated and can do the job well. A white woman can get a job over a white man if she applies. So let's do the math here. You have the black woman, the black man, the Asian woman, the Asian man, the whatever, all above the white man, including the white woman. This no longer is equal. This no longer is fair, and things need to be changed. For us to move forward, we have to operate as a unity. We have to block out the hateful people and work on the positive people who care about one another. We no longer have people in this country that care for someone else. If somebody died, you heard about it in the old days and you helped the family out. We would bring food and that sort of thing. People today don't even care the fact that if somebody loses a loved one, they can't even get off work most times these days without being given a second warning that you're going to be fired for taking off for a good reason for the second time in that 1 year. Okay, so I wanted you to know that these equal rights are going to continue to hurt this country. And eventually, it's going to help foreigners coming into this country to be above even the black woman. Things have got to change. Our government has to change the way that our structure system works. It no longer works. It is very outdated. What can we do about it? Well, we cannot do anything about it until you realize the truth and not take it as a hateful notion towards any minority. The minority must be willing to share, just like Martin Luther King or JFK. They have to be willing to take the risk to stand up for what they believe in. We have to see each other as a family, something we've never done before. We have to look out for our neighbor and our neighbor's children. We have to look out for those that are greedy and trying to pause us or make us do what they want us to do. We have to avoid the media lies. We have to research. We have to stop being lazy. And we have to educate ourselves. We have to find morals and values once again and put them into action. It is time for a change for the better. Let us not include religion. Let us all at least believe that there is a better power out there, someone that created everything that will solve the war problems with the religion. Let's bring the people together. I hope you enjoyed the truth, and I will be looking forward to making more videos and when I can expand the time as well. God bless.